I'm delusional, like in a healthy way. I don't know if you can put those words together, but I just did. Hey besties, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name's Ryan. It's very nice to meet you. I hope you stick around. We are nearing the end of February, and if you watched my February TBR / January wrap up, you would know that I had high hopes for February. Yeah. So I won't tell you what I've read so far. I mean, I think you'll get the hint by when I tell you what I haven't read yet, but basically this video is going to be me trying to finish up my February TBR, except for that's not going to happen because I have like 7 books, maybe 6 books technically, if we're including the ones that I talked about that I wanted to read. So we're like not really trying to complete my full February TBR, but we're gonna try to complete some books and trying to do that before the end of February, I guess. It's kind of just gonna be like a reading vlog, but also really lock in, right, and read. So I'm gonna show you the 3 books that are on the radar, on the agenda, that I really need to read. And if I read anything else, that's great, but let's set our expectations low, okay? Set your expectations low, but like high hopes, you know? Anyway, I won't tell you the whole story, but basically I started a book on my Kindle app on my phone yesterday, but we'll be continuing it on my Kindle. And we are nearing the end, you guys. I've officially started the 4th book in the Natural series, which is Bad Blood. After this, there's like a novella. But we're nearing the end of the series. So I started this yesterday and I got about 16% of the way through. So this is probably going to be our first priority, just because I know that out of all 3 books that I need to read, I will be able to zoom through this one. So we're working on Bad Blood. That's what we're going to be reading today. I got 1 chapter into 99% Mine by Sally Thorne. This, since I've started it, I'm going to need to finish it. So this is book number 2. Okay, this is our second priority. You may think, Ryan, your priorities seem a little messed up, right? Because what about the book you have to read for book club? Yes, that's the 3rd book. The thing about the book club book is that we're not meeting till March 7th. So I'd like to get it done in February, but as long as it's done by March 7th, it doesn't matter. Oh, sneak peek of something else on my shelf. Don't look at that. Book club book, which is How to End a Love Story by Yulin Kwong. Haven't started this one. And this is the only book that actually has a deadline. So it's funny that this is my last priority. But I know that I know that when it's time to lock in for book club, I will finish this. So I'm confident putting it last because I know it'll happen. Whereas the other 2, if I'm not careful, I'll never, like, you know. Now I have about 5 days for this. Not 5 full days, but 5 separate days that have somewhat of a reading opportunity. And I know realistically, I know I can read 3 books in 5 days. I know that I can do that. Like, realistically, I can absolutely do that. Can and will are not the same thing. So that's where this kind of comes in. Maybe some motivation, we'll see. Got my Lover cardigan on today. It is 1:45 on Friday, February 21st, and I'm gonna head to a coffee shop that Karina works at, and I'm gonna get a drink and something to eat from her, and then I'm gonna hang out in there and read for a bit, which I ended up doing yesterday, and that's why I started the 4th book in the Natural series. So I'm gonna hang out there for a while and just read, and if she's not super busy, maybe bother her a little bit, we'll see. But yeah, I'm hoping that it won't be like to where I can't record myself like too many people. I'm hoping it'll be pretty empty, but I want to get there before school gets out because yesterday there were a bunch of high schoolers there and they were a little annoying. So I'm gonna go and we're gonna lock in and hopefully I can set you up and not feel too embarrassed. am back in my car and I'm about to head to my apartment. As you know, I got to Karina's work around like 2-ish, and it's literally 6. They literally just closed. Like, I just stayed till they closed, and I was reading a little bit on and off basically the whole time. Like, if I wasn't reading, it's because I was like talking to Karina or something, but I basically read the whole time. I had my drink and I ate and all that good stuff. But I got there I was at 16% of the way through the book, and leaving, I'm at 55% of the way through. You guys, I'm eating it up. It's so good. If you haven't read anything from the Natural series, or not anything, but if you haven't read the Natural series, you need to. It's so good. It's literally so good. I'm gonna head home now, but I want to finish the book literally tonight. Literally tonight, I want to finish it. Wouldn't that be crazy? Wouldn't that be crazy? Just shocked, to say the least. So, but literally sitting there for 4 hours and reading was so good, because like when I'm at home, hello, hope it wasn't blurry the whole time. When I'm at home, it's so easy for me to get distracted by other things, like in my apartment or by going on my phone. But because I was in public, I wasn't gonna just like watch TikToks. So I really just had to read. And I loved it. I should do that more often. And Karina was telling me, she was like, I loved it that you were here. Like, I love it. Because it's just like, when there's no customers, she can just like say something to me and I can just like respond, you know, like it's just like fun. And it's like, we're kind of like getting to spend time together, but like separately, you know. Anyways, I really liked it and I had a great time. So anyways, I'm gonna head home now, but I'm really proud of myself. And I'm just really enjoying the book, and I'm so glad that I started it yesterday. It's about 8 p.m. I'm going to read for about an hour, I think, before I start getting ready for bed. I have a snowmobile event tomorrow, and I have to get up pretty early. Pretty darn early for it. So I don't want to stay up too late, but I want to read. But I also don't want to get ready for bed yet, but I don't want to just sit on the couch. I want to get in my comfy bed. So I'm going to read for a bit, and then for like an hour. See how far we can get. We're at 55% of the way through. Let's see where I'm at in an hour from now. I finished Bad Blood. Bad Blood? Is that what it's called? I finished Bad Blood. Literally, it's 10:58 right now. But basically, I told you I was going to read for an hour at 8. I ended up reading from 8 to 10 because I just couldn't put it down. And I literally finished it. So I started this yesterday and finished it today. I'm so proud of myself. I will tell you more about my thoughts and stuff on it probably sometime tomorrow. And then also, I placed a hold and like borrowed some books on Libby to read on my Kindle. But I really need to go to bed because I have to be up in literally 6 hours. And I'm not even in bed yet. So I will talk to you about this tomorrow night. And tell you everything I did because I need to get some sleep. Long time no see. I haven't updated you guys since Friday, but Saturday was yesterday and I had a snowmobiling event all day, and then I went and animal sat for the night, and I honestly didn't read at all. I thought I would read when I got into bed last night, but I was so tired that did not happen. I don't have anything until a little bit after 6 tonight. Karina, Ellie, Anna, and I are going to go see Wicked. Anna and I have already seen it. Ellie and Karina have not, but Anna wanted to watch it again. And then I was like, well, I know some people who haven't seen it that would probably want to come. So we were supposed to go to the 3:30 showing, but they literally canceled it. And it just disappeared from the website. And I was like, what? And I told Anna, and she's like, that's so weird. So she called, and they're like, yeah, we had something come up during that time. What did you have come up during that time at the movie theater? I don't know. So the only other option was 6:50 p.m. It's an almost 3-hour movie. So it's going to be a little bit of a late night. But anyway, we are going to do that. But I'm about to put some chicken Alfredo in the oven to kind of unpack my stuff from animal sitting a little bit. But I really want to read. And I didn't really get to update you that much the other day. But I finished Bad Blood. So I finished the 4th book in the Natural series. So the only thing that's left is the novella, and it's called 12, I believe, which I looked up on Libby, and it was available to borrow, so I borrowed it, and it's on my Kindle right now. Now here's the thing. Is that one of the books that I needed to read? It's not. But it's less than 200 pages. And I really just want to finish it. I just want to read it. So I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to read that. But what I wanted to tell you was that I checked out a couple other books on Libby. Basically, my whole TBR for February, I found on Libby one way or another and checked it out or placed a hold. Just because I read so much more quickly on my Kindle, and after devouring Bad Blood on my Kindle in 2 days, my best case scenario for finishing books quickly is probably going to be my Kindle. The books that I have, so Beach Read was one of the books that I wanted to read. I placed a hold on that because it wasn't available. Book club book I definitely want to read physically, so that one I didn't even look for. So I have 12 downloaded, and then I found the audiobook. Oh wait, no, I found the audiobook for Ruth Ware, The Lion Game. I forgot about that. So I checked out the Lion Game audiobook by Ruth Ware, and then Looking for Leroy, which was also on my TBR for February, those books being for the Buzzword Readathon challenge. I got the audiobook for Looking for Leroy as well. And then 99% Mine, which I'm like a chapter into, I also downloaded it on my Kindle. So here's my plan of attack. Here's my plan of attack. 12 by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, the novella of the Natural series. I'm gonna read that today, whole thing today, okay? That's my goal. Reading the whole thing today. Then next I'm gonna read 99% Mine by Sally Thorne. Finish that hopefully soon, and then I will read the book club book. But the book club book doesn't have to be done until March 7th, so it's kind of down on my priority list only because I have more time. And then my audiobooks, Looking for Leroy is 10 hours and The Lion Game is 14 hours, so I'll probably do Looking for Leroy first just because it's shorter. So whenever I'm driving and stuff, I will try to listen to that instead of music in the car. But that's my update. So I'm going to start reading 12 on my Kindle literally right now while I wait for the oven to preheat, and then while the chicken Alfredo's in the oven. I'll probably read for like maybe the whole time that the pasta's in the oven, honestly, because that's been there for almost an hour. So I'll be about 5, and then when my pasta's maybe like almost done, I'm gonna unpack my stuff, and then whatever time I have after I eat, I'll read until it's time to go to the movie. So that's my update. I don't know how much I told you about Bad Blood. I think it might have been my favorite book from the series. From the series. It literally just like, the twists, oh my gosh. The twists were twisting. Like twisted, messed up. And I'm just like what ended up happening, what ended up being this whole thing from like forever, literally the beginning, but you would have no idea, happened. And that wasn't even something possibly on my radar at any point in time. Like, it was insane. It was such a twist. And it just makes me want to reread the series and think, like, look at everything that happened involving the character and seeing if there was any way that I should have seen it and just didn't. Obviously, I don't have time for that, and I don't really reread books. It was so good. 5 out of 5 stars. Literally so good. It's under 200 pages. I think it said, like, 177 maybe? I could be wrong. Oh, 144 pages. Typical time to read, 2 hours and 7 minutes. I'm finishing that. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm gonna go sit down and read this. This is subbing Ryan. Basically, I read yesterday, like I told you, and then I ate dinner and then went to the movie. On my way to the movie, I found out that I was oh, not found out that I was going to, but was offered a sub job for today. Accepted it, didn't get home till like 10 p.m., fell asleep reading, maybe got 2 pages in, and then got up this morning and haven't had a chance to read since. But I have less than 20 minutes until I have to go pick up the kids. But I'm gonna read for like 10 minutes just because I want to. And yeah. So, sorry for the lack of updates. I'm hoping to read more this evening, but I'm gonna read right now. And yeah. But I literally fell asleep mid-chapter. Fell asleep with my glasses on. Slept all night with my glasses on. It happens. It is Monday night. I took a clip earlier on my phone because I didn't bring my camera with me to work today, but I did do a little bit of reading during my lunch. Not that much, but a little bit on my Kindle. But I am out of the shower and I'm about to kind of prep some food and stuff for lunches and make my lunch for tomorrow. And while I'm doing that, I'm listening to an audiobook. So I wanted to tell you, I started the audiobook Looking for Leroy by Melody Carlson because this is the shorter audiobook of the two, and I'd love to finish it by tomorrow. It's only 10 hours, and I listen to my audiobooks on 2 times speed, so it's only 5 hours. So if I could finish this tomorrow, that'd be really cool. But yeah, I'm gonna listen to this while I do my lunch, and yeah, I'm 3% of the way. So we have a ways to go. But yeah, and then hopefully I'll be in bed at a decent time and we'll read on my Kindle. I hope. I'm back in the classroom and I'm on my prep right now. The kids are at specialists they only have like 10 minutes left. It goes by so quickly. They only do 30-minute specialists here. I know a lot of districts do 30-minute specialists, but the district that I have like the most experience in, their specialists are 45 minutes long. And let me tell you, that is a good amount of time. 30 minutes is almost like, what's the point? Not what's the point for them, but what's the point of it being like a planned time? Because it's so hard to like even get something fully started in 30 minutes and then have enough time to really follow through. Like that 45 minutes is just the sweet spot, especially if you need to go to the bathroom. Like 30 minutes is not enough time. I'm at the school and I just want to give you a quick update on my reading. So I told you I was going to listen to the audiobook last night, Looking for Leroy by Melody Carlson, I believe. I am 63% of the way through with it. I was at about 50% when I went to bed last night. I listened to it while I made my lunch and kind of meal prep some stuff while I got ready for bed. And then I listened to it this morning when I got ready for work. So I'm 63% of the way through. I think it's less than 4 hours left, and I listened to it on 2 times speed. So I should be able to finish it today really easily. I am currently correcting these like assessments that they did. I don't have very much time left now, but I thought I would listen to my audiobook for a few minutes while I finish correcting these. Hopefully some specialists, because my kids go right after recess after this, some specialists walk them themselves, others don't. And this specialist is literally right by the door, but I'm not sure if she will. I feel like she might expect me to come walk them 2 feet. So I'm gonna be ready to be over there when their specialist time is done, just in case. But yeah, but the book I'm listening to, it's actually really good. So funny story about this book. I have it physically, but I looked up the audiobook just to try to help me get through it. I have no idea when I got this book, where it came from, but it was at my parents' house and they gave me like a box of stuff that had some books in it that I had gotten at one point, and that was one of them, and it fit for the skyline prompt of the cover for the Buzzword Readathon, so that's why I chose to do it. And I'm kind of doing that all out of order, but I'm just kind of trying to get it done, you know? And I needed an audiobook, and it was the shorter of the 2 that I had. So anyways, so I have the physical book, but I'm listening to the audiobook. Basically, it's about this girl who ends up going on this kind of impromptu camping trip with someone she works with, and they end up in an area that is really familiar to her, and she's like, why is this so familiar? Flashback 30 years ago, she went to camp with this boy. They had like their little thing, but then she ended up getting back with her ex. They never talked again. So when she started realizing that she recognized the area, she told the friend that she was with, and they had met this other person along the way, and they were like, oh my gosh,
we need to help you find him. Like, what are the odds? Like, he's in the wine business, and they're going through all these wineries in the Sonoma area in California. And so they're like, we need to look for him. And so the story is about them looking for him, and I won't go into any more details than that. But now we are, yeah, so I won't go into any more details than that. But it's really good. It's really cute so far. I'm kind of nervous to see what will happen when characters come back together. Just because I don't know what their reaction will be like. So I'm like kind of anxious for them, but I'm really enjoying the story. It's cute, and it's just kind of like, yeah, it's just like crazy. It's like halfway, it's like delusional a little bit of what she's ended up doing in the situation she's found herself in. But as a fellow Delulu girly, it's kind of like, that would be me. Like, I would end up in that kind of situation. So anyways, it's really good, but I'm gonna listen for a few minutes before I have to take the kids to recess maybe and try to finish correcting these assessments. So that's my update on that.
What better way to start and end a video in the same place? I feel like I've never done that. Maybe I have, but I feel like I haven't. But I just finished my audiobook. So the whole goal was to finish my February TBR in a few days, like towards the end of February. It's only February 25th, but this video needs to go up tomorrow. So I can't really continue it through the end of February. So I do still have 2 other books on my radar that I would like to finish that I didn't really touch on, I don't think, in this video, which is 99% Mine by Sally Thorne, and then also my book for book club, which is over there, which is How to End a Love Story. We didn't get to those, that's okay, but I am really proud of what I did read. 2 of the books that I read, or one of them I didn't finish, but 2 of the books were not on my February TBR. So it's kind of funny that that's what the point of this video was, because like they weren't on my February TBR. So can I even really call that video this? I don't know what I'm gonna call it. I don't know. The first book that I started and finished in this video, which is kind of the reason I started the video, is Bad Blood by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the 4th book in the Natural series. I kind of picked this up on a whim. I believe I rated it 5 stars. I think I've rated every book in the Natural series 5 stars. I loved it. It was so good. This was honestly the best one. They literally got better each time. Like, I rated them all 5 stars, but every book was better than the last. And I just cannot describe to you the character development in this series. And not even, like, with every single character. I feel like some books, like, there's really good character development for some of the characters. Literally every single character. The twist, the plot twist that has been brewing since the first book. I like don't reread books, but it makes me want to reread the series to see if I could have picked up on anything that was fishy. Because what do you mean? What do you mean? And I don't know how to review books without spoiling things, and I don't want to do that. And so that's all I can say. But like, pick up the series, read it. You have to. You have to. So that was the first book that we read. So then next, because I became addicted, I've been addicted, but I decided I just wanted to finish the series as a whole. There is a novella in the Natural series to finish it off, and so I was just like, honestly, I just want to read it. Like, I just want to read it. So also not really on my February TBR, but I downloaded it on my Kindle. And I did not finish this. I was hoping to. Just the time that I thought I would have didn't really work out for me. And then I got so invested in my audiobook that I just listened to that the whole time. So that's okay. But I'm hoping to finish this like by tomorrow. But I am 41% of the way through. It's like 140 pages or something like that. It's not very long. So this will be my next priority for sure. So we're so close to having finished this. If I had to guess ahead of time on my rating, I told you I've rated everything from the Natural series a 5 stars. I feel like I might rate this a 4-star. Selfishly, and it may change because I'm not halfway through yet, but because this is like into the future, and this isn't really a spoiler of like anything that happens. But in this part, it's in the future, so they're not necessarily like living the same life that they were living years ago. So they're not all in one place at this point in time in the book. And I'm selfishly just like, I want them to all be together. What do you mean they're doing different things? Related but different. What do you mean they're not in the same place right now? Like, selfishly, that makes me not want to rate it 5 stars because I just want them to be. I just want them to be. Maybe they will be. Maybe we'll get there. I don't know. And they're not even like not in each other's lives. It's not like that. It's just like they're literally doing different things. So they're in different physical locations. And I'm just not okay with that. I'm just not okay. But I'm loving this. Like I said, hopefully going to finish it by tomorrow. And then I'll have finished the Natural series. Ah, I'm so excited. This was our second book that we didn't finish. But like, we got really close. I mean, halfway through. But it just, yeah. It's great because these books, I love them so much and they propel me forward in my reading. They keep me going. So I appreciate this. Last but not least, I told you about the books that I looked up to see if they had the digital version that I could download for my Kindle or if they had an audiobook. And Looking for Leroy by Melody Carlson had an audiobook on Libby. So I checked it out. I started this literally yesterday. And then just finished it like literally right before I started doing this clip. Like I'm needing to edit right now, like finish. Okay. Once I read a book or listen to a book, audiobook, whatever, I decide if I'm going to keep it or not. I think I'm going to keep this. I do think I'm going to keep this even though I only rated it 4 stars. In this book, the reason I picked to read it sooner rather than later is that it fit one of the cover prompts for the Buzzword Readathon, and it is a book that has a skyline on the cover. So that's why I selected this book for like to be a book that I was going to read soon. And basically I gave you a little synopsis earlier, so I won't do that again. But I thought this was really cute. It was a second chance romance, and it just like the situations that she ended up in gave me like total Delulu vibes. And I'm delusional, like in a healthy way. I don't know if you can put those words together, but I just did. Maybe that adds to it. That, you know what? That makes sense. Anyways, delusional in like a healthy way. And I could just see myself kind of ending up in maybe not the same situation, but like the level of just being like, this is so insane. Like how is she here? I could see myself getting there or thinking that, just kind of like delusional lover girl, but also like very detached from that, if that makes any sense. So the only reason that I rated it 4 stars instead of 5 was truly just because even though I loved the like kind of delusional randomness, some of the things, not the situations that she ended up in, but the opportunities that she had to like, I want to say be honest, but not as if she wasn't lying in like a deceiving way, but just like the opportunities that she had to like come clean or just like say how she felt, like she didn't take, and it kind of pissed me off a little bit because I'm just like it's one thing to like not have to bring it up yourself, but when you're being faced with the situation and you're still not gonna say what you need to say, like half the battle is having the opportunity to come clean. And you have the opportunity and you're like, girl, say it, you know? And then I felt like the ending was just like slightly rushed. It was like kind of like an epilogue 2 weeks later. And I'm like, whoa, we needed maybe like 2 years, 2 weeks. That was quick. But anyways, I did rate this 4 out of 5, but I am going to keep it just because I've had this for so long unknowingly. And it's really cute, and I did really enjoy the story. I've never really read, well, I've read second chance romance, but not a lot. This was probably the first one that I'm really like, oh, I like that. And then also I loved the settings. She was from Oregon, they were in California, and she was a school teacher. So I just felt really related on a lot of levels. So keeping this one. Those are the 3 books that I read for this video. I mean, 2.5, I guess we could say, because I haven't finished the other one, but like, it's coming. If I had any more time to film, I would finish it, but I don't. It's already like 8 p.m. and this needs to go up tomorrow morning, so. This video was super fun. It really helped encourage me to read, knowing that I was like kind of being held accountable, and hopefully I can just continue that into the rest of the month, but also into March, and hopefully I'll do more of these videos in the future. If you did enjoy this video, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you want to see any other kind of reading videos, maybe challenge ideas, just anything like that. I'm feeling very encouraged to continue reading, and I feel like I'm being lifted out of my long reading slump that I've been in for a while. So that feels really good. That's really exciting, and I hope to just keep up with it. Anyways, I think that's everything. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like I said, if you did enjoy, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I would love for you to stick around, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!